A Dorgi is a dog which is a cross between a dachshund and a Welsh Corgi. This hybrid started when one of Queen Elizabeth's Corgis mated with a dachshund, Pipkin, belonging to Princess Margaret. The sisters bred more Dorgis, and these included Cider, Berry, Vulcan, and Candy, who belonged to the Queen, and Rum, who belonged to Margaret. Over the years, the Queen had at least 10 Dorgis, the others being named Brandy, Chipper, Harris, Pickles, Piper, and Tinker. Dorgis have a short coat in a variety of colors ranging from gold to brown to black. Both the Corgi and the Dachshund have a long back, and so there is a potential for structural problems. Health issues may include patelloluxation, hip dysplasia and leg, calf, Perthes disease. History of the breed. Lovely small dogs are the fruit of love of animals of different breeds. They appeared when crossing Dachshunds and Corgi. There are versions that Queen Elizabeth herself had a hand in this, as she is famous for her love of dogs. Her most favorite breed is the Corgi, which the whole world knows about. Dorgi belongs to a designer breed, so these dogs do not live with everyone. The pets that lived with the Queen were not sold, but only given as a gift. Experts believe that the crossing of breeds also took place in order to improve the health of four-legged friends. Now other people can have a mixture of amazing pets, pleasing to the eye and soul. These wonderful animals gradually began to capture not only the hearts of their owners, but also the internet space. Appearance. The first mestizo Dachshunds and Welsh Corgi appeared in the palace of Elizabeth II in Great Britain, then the puppies were handed out to good hands. But years later, after the death of 2 dogs from cancer, the Dachshund and Welsh Corgi were deliberately crossed in order to improve the gene pool. As a result, a designer breed appeared, called the Dorgi. The breed has a small long body, relatively large erect ears and short legs. The coat is short, can be soft or hard, mainly light brown in color with a white spotted chest. There are also black-brown individuals. The height of the dogs is 22 to 30 centimeters and the weight is 6 to 13 kilograms. It is surprising that puppies from crossing are often different. If you register Dorgi on Instagram, the search results in dogs that are not alike at all. Do not forget that puppies are mestizo, therefore they take their appearance and character from both parents. But the owners, crossing a Dachshund and a Corgi, will not be able to know in advance what miracle their pet will have. But most often dogs have an elongated body, short legs and drooping ears. It's hard to disagree that they are very funny. What did the mestizo take from his parents? From the Dachshund, the mestizo got a lively temperament, cunning and stubbornness, sonorous barking and a tendency to dig holes, as well as a passion for hunting and running. From the Welsh Corgi, the mestizo adopted the structure of the coat, color, structure of the muzzle, devotion and love for children. The size of the cross is closer to the Welsh Corgi than to the Dachshund. As a rule, it is a larger dog and has a powerful bone and coarse coat. The character of the Dorga. Representatives of the designer breed are friendly and sociable. They need to communicate with a person, strongly attached to family members. Animals are interested in everything that the owner does, they happily spend time with children and other animals. However, the breed is not suitable for people who are inactive. After all, Taxiderms are lively energetic dogs who love to run, play, chase moving objects. It is required to satisfy their needs for physical activity daily for at least 30 minutes per walk. Despite the fact that Dorgi need companionship and company, most of the breed prefer to remain independent. However, Taxiderms do not tolerate loneliness. Prolonged stay without communication leads to destructive behavior. Loving and affectionate by nature, Dorgis are very loyal, they strive to please the owner, and in cases of danger, they will show courage, trying to protect family members. Dorgs inherited a barking tendency from their parents. The wrong approach to training leads to the fact that dogs bark often, especially when left alone. However, even with a proper approach to training, representatives of the breed can bark when they hear any suspicious noise or movement. In the tendency to bark, you can also consider its advantages. For example, Dorgi will always warn about the approach of strangers. As an intelligent breed, Taxicorgi are capable of training, but training should begin at an early age. The representatives of the breed are characterized by the stubbornness of the parents, and this fact should be taken into account when teaching. The success of training depends on the firmness of the owner, consistency, positive reinforcement in the form of treats, praise. Smart dogs can learn tricks, they can participate in sports and perform guard functions. Maintenance and care rules. Pet care should be regular. This will not only keep the dog's coat clean, but also keep your pet healthy. The dog should be combed out 2 to 3 times a week to prevent the formation of tangles. It should also be borne in mind that such dogs like to dig the ground and often get dirty, so bathing should be regular. It is highly advisable to visit a grooming salon with a dog at least once every 6 months. Although such a dog is not an exhibition dog, nevertheless, in the salon they will provide him with proper care and they will give you the necessary recommendations. Your pet should regularly clean its ears and eyes and trim its nails. If you are a novice dog breeder, you have no experience, then it is better to turn to specialists so you will avoid injury to the dog and problems with subsequent care. Brush your dog's teeth at least once a week. Use a special brush and paste made for dogs. Dorgi dogs are not adapted to live on the street, an aviary or a chain will not work for them. Keep your dog at home and be sure to walk 2 times a day to avoid problems with excess weight and joints. You should not use shampoo every time you bathe your dog. If your dog needs to bathe frequently, do it without using detergents. Use shampoo no more than once every 2 to 3 months. Feeding. It is worth noting that both the dachshund and the Welsh Corgi tend to be obese. This means that the dog's diet should be as balanced as possible. In this case, 2 to 3 times a month, you should arrange fasting days for your pet. Advantages and disadvantages. Pros: goodwill, gentleness of character and devotion to the owner, unpretentious care, positive and cheerful disposition, quite good health and strong immunity, high intelligence. With the right approach, the dog is easy to train, child-friendly, playful. Minuses: a tendency to run and dig holes, tendency to bark, stubbornness, propensity to diseases of the spine, obesity predisposition. With the wrong upbringing, the dog can show aggression towards unfamiliar pets. Health and longevity. As a rule, a cross between a dachshund and a Welsh Corgi has good health. The exception is those individuals whose parents suffered from severe inherited diseases. Diseases that Dorgis often suffer from: partial or complete deafness, eye diseases, obesity, dysplasia of the hip joints, epilepsy, degenerative myelopathy, a disease of the spine. In order to avoid such problems, take an interest in the health of the puppy's parents. After all, almost all of these diseases are hereditary. The lifespan of a dog is 12 to 15 years. Price. The price of the Dorgi dog is about $200 to $500. Conclusion and conclusions. Despite the soft nature of the Dorgi, their upbringing should not be left to chance. And it should be remembered that dogs still have a tendency to dominate and stubbornness. Educate your dog from an early puppy age so you will avoid many problems. If necessary, be firm and do not forget about treats and affection.